China importation is becoming more and more easier as the days goes by. So if you are not yet started with your China importation journey, then you are missing out big time. In this particular video, I'm going to be taking you through step by step every single thing at all that you need, from actually understanding this business to purchasing to selling your items out to make profit. I'm actually going to be taking you through every single thing at all that you need, step by step. If this sounds interesting, hit on the like button, also hit on the subscribe button to join the family of winners. Let's get right into the very first one. So the first step is actually understanding mini importation and how it works. But in the first place, what is mini importation? So mini importation is just importing items in smaller quantities from China to wherever you are. So we are focusing on China importation in this particular video. So as I'm in Ghana, I import in smaller quantities from China, then I bring them down to Ghana over here. I'm actually doing mini importation. There are so many things that hinder people from starting this journey, and one of those reasons is that many people actually think that they need to break the banks. Okay, they need to have some huge sum of money somewhere before they can actually start importation, but it is not so. Okay, with as low as $10, $50, $100, you should be able to start something for yourself in this particular importation business or this particular importation journey. If you have huge sum of money, that is an advantage, but to those of us who don't have, you can still be able to start this business. Step two is actually choosing a profitable product to sell. This is very, very important. Many people do the mistake of going into mini importation without actually understanding the kind of item that they want to purchase. They don't really put plans into selecting a particular product or a particular item to actually sell, and it is one of the mistakes. So step two, you need to actually choose a profitable product. How do you go about to actually choose this profitable product? First of all, you need to get a product that is of high demand. So you have to look around and see a product that many people are actually rushing for, or many people are actually interested in. There are sometimes products that come in and sort of a trendy product. You have to jump on those trends and make use of it. Let's say that at a particular time there is, huge demand for tote bags, and that is something that you are into. You should be having tote bags. I hope you understand. So you have to utilize that aspect of trends, and also to utilize that aspect of high demand. The next thing you need in order to select a product is to get a product that has low competition. There are certain products that is very, very saturated. So the next thing that you need to also consider is you have to consider a product that is of high profit. All of these things that we are doing, apart from we those who want to import for our own personal use, every single thing that we are suffering for is for the cash, right? So it means that you have to get a product that the profit margin is high. So just imagine, because there are certain products that when you import them, the profit margin on it is not much, right? You can get a product that the profit margin on it is even below $1. So just imagine all the stress that you will go through just to be getting something like this. And even if like that particular item is a product that will be moving very fast for you, like you get so many sales on it, it would have even been better. But some of these products will take a while before you get a sale on it. So please, it is best that you get a product that the profit margin on that particular product is actually high. The next thing that you need to do or to know in selecting a product, a profitable product, is to be mindful of restricted products and banned products. There are certain countries that they don't accept certain items. I was recently speaking with a person over here. So the person came in for some lessons, And the person was telling me that in South Africa they don't accept used clothing. So if you don't know this as a mini importer and you go and import it and send it there, it means that what they are going to seize that particular item. But there are still ways that people get through, but I'm just talking of the right way, right? You will get issues. There was also a particular time that when you bring in diapers, these um unbranded diapers into Ghana, they will seize them at the port. There was some time they were really like very very serious on that particular one. So when you're selecting a product, you need to select a product that is not restricted and that is not banned in your country. As you are done selecting a profitable product, step 3 is to find a reliable supplier. How do you find a reliable supplier? So there are sourcing apps that you can actually source through and get reliable suppliers. One of those sourcing apps is actually Alibaba, which is in English that you would understand, and you can go ahead to source for your products. Be mindful that you should be working with only verified suppliers as you are a beginner. You have to make sure that every supplier you are dealing with, they are all verified, and every payment that you are making it within the app, right? So that you can get secured. You also have to also get suppliers that can give you trade assurance. Should anything happen to your products, they can be able to help you out, or they can be something like an assurance that you are going to get your money back, or that you are going to get a replacement of your product, right? So this is something that you need to know when you are dealing with when you are on Alibaba. Now the next place that you can actually get reliable suppliers is 1688. 1688 was actually made for the Chinese community, but some of us, we are able to go through, and if you have translating apps, you should be able to navigate yourself around it. By the way, I have a full course, a very very comprehensive course on this 1688, that when you join you will be able to understand everything there is in order to kickstart or in order to use this 1688 app. So once you are on 1688, there are numerous and numerous of suppliers over there that you can get through, and you can also be able to buy from. You source for your products and you will buy, and they will ship it down to wherever you are. The other one too that you can talk about is Pindodo. Pindodo is just like 1688. You need translating apps in order to be able to source through it. So these are some of the sourcing apps that you can actually go on to, and you should be able to get reliable suppliers. The next way that you can get reliable suppliers is by actually using sourcing agents. So there are so many people who know how to actually source for products from outside. I'm one of them, yes. So if you need any products, you can get in touch and I'll source and ship it down to you wherever you are. So there are also some people like myself that are sourcing agents that you can actually ask for their services. You just give them items that you want, and they are going to source and ship it down to you. This is something I always call the stress-free mini importation. So it's like stress-free. All you have to do is just to get them maybe the specifics of whatever you want, and they are going to source your item, and they are going to ship your item down to wherever you are. The other way that you can actually start to import is actually getting the contact of a supplier, okay, which in this particular channel I have so many, so many free suppliers that you can contact. All you have to do is to get the suppliers contact, save it on WhatsApp, and you start to chat with them, and they can send you items that they have. You select the ones that you want, and that is all. They will just ship your item down to you and you are done. So that one too is also a very very easy way of starting your mini importation business. So now let's talk about ordering and making of payments. If you want to place orders on any of these platforms that I have spoken about, or any of these ways that I've spoken about, okay, as I said, you need to make sure that you are always doing everything within the apps if you are working on the app. And if you are working with a supplier, make sure that the supplier you are working with is a reliable supplier before you do any payments to them. Now, every supplier and how you can make payments to them. On Alibaba, usually they receive PayPal, they receive Visa, Mastercards, they also receive Alipay. And when it comes to 1688, just recently they have added Visa card, they also have Alipay. And when it comes to Pindodo, they have Visa card, they have Alipay. But if you are within China, there are other methods that you can actually use, which is even more simpler for you to use. Okay, so these are actually the ways that you can actually make payment to these suppliers, and you will be very much secure. The next thing we'll talk about is finding the right shipping method. As a beginner, if you are starting importation, you need to understand that we have two ways that you can actually ship your items. You can ship it using air, and you can also ship your item using sea. So when it comes to the air shipping, they use the weight of your item to charge you, and sea, they'll use the space your item is going to take in a full container to charge you. Okay, usually they charge them in dollars no matter wherever you are. Even we those in Ghana, they will charge us in dollars. Okay, but my advice to you will always be that if you are buying very bulky items, make sure you are using sea, because C is much lesser, because you are going to start it. Even if you are starting it, whether you are starting it as a business or you're starting it on personal shopping basis, you have, if so far as they are bulky, try and use the C. The C will usually take like 30 to 45 to even 60 days for it to arrive in Ghana, over here in other countries. And when it comes to the air, they have those that are really express, like within 1 week. They even have some that within 2 or 5 days it will arrive, but all depends on the amount that you are going to actually be paying. I hope you understand. So please, if you are dealing with very bulky items, make sure that you are using your C, so that you can actually be in a very safe zone. Once you have now been able to buy your items, you have shipped it down to your country, it has gotten to your country, what's the next thing that you can do? It's now making sales and marketing, right? Selling and marketing your products. So how do you go about selling and marketing your products? There are so many different ways that you can sell your products out. Okay, one of those ways is actually going on social media or owning business accounts. So you need to make sure that your business is visible. If I say your business is visible, what do I mean? Many, like your business is being shown to many people. So you should have a TikTok account for your business, you should have a Facebook account, Instagram, and the likes. Okay, so that people can get to know about what you are doing. You don't actually need a store in order to start. Okay, if you have one, that is okay. But if you do not have, you don't actually by forcefully need a store in order to start. You can start this mini importation from your home, as I am doing. I'm doing importation, mini importation, and I'm doing it from my home. I make sales from my home every single day. So you don't need a store if you don't have one. You don't need a store to start this particular one. So once you are on these platforms, you can also try to run TikTok ads, try to run Facebook ads and Instagram ads and the likes, so that your business can be shown to more people. So once all of this is done, you should be getting sales. Starting a business is not easy, so you have to go the extra mile to make people get that trust in you, to get people to understand your business strategy, to get people to to purchase from you. So once all of this is done, if you are making profit in your business, you will now have to be reinvesting that profit. The first few years that you are starting that business, it's not for you to, you know, to do chop chop with it. You are going to start to reinvest that money into whatever you are doing. So this brings us to the very end of this particular video. I really wish you all the best in your mini importation journey, and I hope that you give this a try. From all the steps that I've given you, it should help you to start your mini importation business. If you need my help in order to learn how to use 1688, to learn how to use Alibaba, you want to actually get to understand more, or you want me to hold you by the hand and coach you through all of these steps, you can DM me and we are going to talk about that. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.